and his network of satanic devil worshippers within our society. And they're together right now talking to each other and trying to guide each other and just pretty much giving pep talk to each other, like from the highest to whoever, from the one who's coming at me to whoever's there listening. They gotta act like if they don't know, like if they're learning, you know what I'm saying, like if they're teaching each other satanic tricks and shit like that. And as they do it, they say it sometimes like, yo, so he's doing this and that. And as you know, he's here spiritually. And you know, you're not supposed to attack when he's ready. Because if he's ready, he's going to fight back. Because they want to be able to abuse whoever. See what I mean? And since I know how to fight back, they don't like it. They don't like it when I fight back. They don't like it when I defend myself. They don't want me to have confidence. They don't want me to have my energy. They're so weak and pussy. They're so weak and pussy to wait for me to have a bad back so they could come at me. And I'm not talking about now because I just had surgery. But for like a year and a half, I've had like a crazy back pain and I had to get like surgery in order for me to feel better. Now, you know, their targeting is down to like almost non-existent. And it's getting even worse for them now. So the problem is that they're so weak and pathetic and so pussy that they don't want you to fight back. They just want you to be there clueless so that they could do whatever they want with you. Not whatever they want, whatever they can with you. Not with you, but with whoever they do it to. You see what I mean? And they're so weak and pathetic that they gotta go, since they can't beat me. Even at my weakest, I was still stronger than all of them. And they gotta unite and come against me together. So they gotta unite and wait for you to not be paying attention. I'm speaking figuratively. Anyways, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So so they gotta wait for you not to know. Like they gotta depend on you not to know what they're doing, and for you not to know how to defend yourself. And if you know how to defend yourself, you gotta take the right steps in order to fight back. They're so weak and pussy and pathetic, yo. I'm telling you, this is no lie. 100%. Like they're all about the negative stuff. All of that negative stuff, arrogance, negativity, hate, lies, deceptions, manipulation. It's all about mischievousness, sneakiness. It's complete, utter. It's more than that. A lot of negative things in this. It's just like what you heard about what that is about. Weak, pathetic, hiding, striking from the shadows and shit like that. So they're so weak and pussy that since they can't beat me, they gotta make believe like if they're using my intelligence against me, like if they're using my energy against me, like if they're extracting me from my body, my soul, my spirit, like if they're extracting it by saying it nicely but mischievously, knowing that they want to use it against me, and like if they're using me against me. You see what I mean? Because they can beat me. I'm telling you, they're 100% pussy. They're 100% pathetic. They're 100% cowards. They're 100% weak. 100%. They're not even human. They're not like us. If you're not like them, you're normal. You're not supposed to be like them. And there's a lot of them in our society. And they like to work from within. They use like each other as antennas. They talk, and we could do that shit too. But we don't really do that. Normal people, we just here, live our lives, normal, whatever. I'm not normal. I know all about this stuff. So there's a lot of people who are just living their lives, and there's people who know. I know everything. I'm living my life. Anyways, so they make believe like if they're using me against me, and like they gotta for me to be watching my YouTube videos for them to attack me, and they gotta play these little skeptical and matriculate games, tricky games and tricks and traps and do things like if they're seeing ahead, and when he does this, if he looks this way like this, all of his tricks, all of his defenses, offenses will go away, and we'll take over and stuff, or I'll take over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta make believe like if what they're doing is having effect. You see what I mean? 100% pussy. Now you get exactly what I'm talking about. So all of that spiritual warfare stuff that you heard about Christians is true. Now, Christianity, religion itself, was created by occultic societies, but it was created from something that was true. You see what I mean? So it ain't all bullshit. I'm just not into religion. I'm about, like, I believe in God, and God is the truth. I believe the truth is God, because these devil worshippers are about lies, deceptions, and stuff like that. They're about negative, the bad side. They're bad, and I'm on the good side, the truth. You see what I mean? Positivity. So I know what side I'm on, and I know what side they're on. When they attack me from their point of perspective, from their point of perspective. See what I mean? Before, when my back was hurting a lot, I would have a lot of these slip ups. You see right there, there's resistance right there, because they spoke a spell, and they spell, and their spell. You see, like right there, I'm having a little slip up right there. You see, and right there, one of them went like, if you trying to like, they're attacking me right now, but it ain't having the effect that it was before. And the better I feel, the worse it is for them. The less they have effect on me. So because I've had this back problem for like a year and a half, longer, for years. I've had it for years, but it became worse a year and a half ago. When I moved to this house, I hurt my back unloading my stuff here. It completely like messed up my back, and I know, and it opened up an opportunity for the enemy to start like learning and looking for ways to try to advance and take advances with me and shit like that. Like, your true pussy shit. I knew that when I started to recover, I was going to annihilate them with very little effort, because I'm so strong. Before that, before they couldn't do the type of stuff that they were doing, until like a few days ago when I finally got surgery. The moment I woke up from surgery, they were there waiting for me, because they were making appointments, futuristic appointments. Yeah, he's gonna go to surgery in this date at this time, and then we'll be there at his weakest points, and they'll literally would be there at my weakest when he's here going panting and shit like that. You know, when someone is in pain and shit, like at his weakest point and shit, like if they would be there at my weakest point and shit, and they would be feeling like God, because I represent God directly here in a human form. No lie. Like, I don't believe in religion or that stuff, but I know who I am. Anyways, you don't have to believe me, but I know who I am. So I represent God directly here in a human form. So since I represent God directly here in a human form, me being weak, they take it as some kind of strength, because they're about weakness, and they like to do it inadvertently. They used inadvertently a lot. That inner verse word backwardness and shit like that, redirection and shit like that, energy redirection. They use that shit a lot, and I mean a lot. Anyway, so yeah, so these pussies, they like to work together, and they've been had this network where they were, knowing some things, and they were doing brujeria, witchcraft. That's part of their ways. This is real stuff. You can see witchcraft out. People doing witchcraft. Not that you can see it, but you felt it before, most likely, and you probably ignored it if you're not like that, because you're not like that. You see what I mean? Like, oh, whatever, that shit don't have any effect. And it really doesn't have any effect on me, because if you don't believe in it, then they don't have anything to work with against you. Now, if you have any weakness, sometimes if they're targeting you, they'll try to get in through there and see if they could do more from there. You see what I mean? But if you feel good, it might annihilate their whole strategy. You see what I mean? Or, it depends. There's a lot of but anyways, I'm giving you the overall and stuff like that of how these devil worshippers are. because they are devil worshippers. They are Satanists. They do worship the devil and Lucifer, Satan and saints. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of society was constructed out of witchcraft and shit like that. But it doesn't have the effect they want. Because if you feel the way you feel, like good, if you're normal and you feel good, positive, whatever the case is, you can live your life without having to be affected by those devil worshippers. You see what I mean? And I lived my life the way I wanted my whole life, for the most part. You see what I mean? If I had a weakness, then they tried to take advantage, and I saw how vindictive and evil they were if you had a weakness. And I was like, yo, I can never let myself be weak, because they'll be there and they'll be trying to take advances with me if I feel weak. You see what I mean? Like when I had my back pain, and I still have a little bit like traces of it still, and they're trying to grow some pain out of whatever's there, but it ain't working because I keep fighting, and now I do it a little bit more than before, or it's just more like I try less sometimes and I do more. You see what I mean? Because you're not supposed to take them seriously. You see how now I'm speaking better? Because the more I ignore them, the more power I have. Because I'm not supposed to ignore, I'm not supposed to take into account or to acknowledge such low and pathetic creatures. You see what I mean? These humans, these people amongst us, they're not people, they're not humans. They are pathetic, 100% pussy, like I told you. All of those negative things I told you about. Right now, one of them farted and they're acting like if I'm the fart or some shit like that. You see what I mean? Like if my body farted, or like if I, what I'm saying? They do shit like that. Like, and I that's something that I felt, that's what I felt like. And sometimes I say stuff like that and they go off for that. Oh yeah, then they'll try to make something up for that, or for whatever lie. Like if I say stuff, sometimes they go and try to make something up for that. You see what I mean? Like they're complete 100 pussy, delusional, schizophrenic. Yeah, they're not like us. They're only within in the imagination. Like they feel like nothing, like moving objects, like cartoons. And within they gotta exist to a lot of different like fake made up not reality, like fake different like ways of existing, like cartoons. There'll be cartoons in one, CGI on another one. That they exist as really what they really are. Right there, I had a little like they were pulling right there. You see, and you can feel the pulls right there too. And like I said, you're not supposed to pay attention to them, but we're not supposed to ignore them and let them get away with it. I'd rather acknowledge them, and even though they act like if they're working, like if they're powerful, like if they're what they're projecting at me is working, I know that it's not. So I'm 100% fine, and I'm 100% powerful, and I know that I am. And what they do is act, because they're not about direct, they're not about doing, they're not about what they project. You see what I mean? Lies are not about what it seems or what it looks like. It's not, it's you see, it's not about direct. They can't do lies. You can't do it with lies. You could do with the truth. The truth is direct. It has substance, it has facts, it has evidence supporting it, it has solidarity supporting it. Lies has nothing supporting it, like illusions. You see what I mean? And the world within, the imagination and all of that stuff is about illusions. You see, images and stuff like that. It has nothing supporting it, no solidarity supporting it. And they're about the world within. They live from within to the outside, but indirectly and inadvertently, and like doing like a lot of, like they got to do a lot of crazy shit within, a lot of different like interactions within to do one little thing. They're not like us. Real normal people like us, we just do what we do. We go from here to there, and it's us doing it. They got to do a lot of fucking crazy shit in order to fucking do one little thing. You see what I mean? They got to be listening to Lucifer or the devil, whatever, like, whatever deity they sold their souls to, or whatever, what I'm saying? Like, whatever deity they follow, whatever the fuck, what I'm saying? Like, I said deity, so now they're plotting on a deity. Whatever the fuck they're following within, that that because they're not like us, so they got a different system of belief than us normal people. The type of stuff they do, you would never do, because you're normal. You see what I mean? I'm normal. I would never do half the stuff they would ever do, Right there, they're trying to they see the thing, they're seeing some of like if they're seeing my life and trying to look for dirt to see if I ever done something like they done. But if I did, it was probably out of, like when you do stuff and you do it out of ignorance because you don't know any better, and you do it, but you're not really satanic, you're not like them, but you're just doing it because you don't have the knowledge, you're not there, in the know yet enough for you not to know, for you not to do stuff like that. But anyway, stuff like that I've done. Yeah, I'm guilty of it. But then once I realized, like, yo, sometimes when I say stuff really does happen, and I've said stuff to people that really have hurt their lives physically. And the moment I realized that, I was like, I'm just gonna not do stuff that may hurt people that don't deserve it. I'll do it to them because they deserve it, but not to normal people. My side. You see what I mean? So you see my train of thought now. You see what I mean? You see what I'm about now. I'm on the positive side. Doing my house, and they're using like the internet way to meet up through and shit like that, through spirit or whatever the fuck they're using to meet up and shit. And they were they were putting each other and talking to each other like, yeah, he's doing this, and oh yeah, you got to do it in the versely, and when he's here and not paying attention, that's when I do this. When I do it to them, is a good thing because they deserve it. When they do it to us, it's bad because we don't deserve it. They're bad. Like I told you, they're not good. They're not normal. They like vindictiveness. They like maliciousness. They like, hurting people indirectly, saying shit. Like, there's some of the individuals that you met and wait a minute, like, that you maybe you've had a feeling like, yeah, I shouldn't talk to you because maybe you try to do some shit to me later on when I'm not paying attention and shit like that, like, but indirectly through saying shit. They're the type to say shit. They meet you and right there they know they want to do something to you, but indirectly at another time. And when they'll pick the time right then and there, or another time, later on. And like, if I'm gonna be there later on and he's gonna be doing this, and when he goes like this, I'm gonna be doing this and that. And they'll be saying shit. They're fucking saying shit. They're the type to say shit. Now there's people who say shit for good, or just out of ignorance, and there's people who say it and they're not people, and they're the ones who say it out of maliciousness. You see what I mean? So now you get the picture. Devils amongst us. That's the okay. I gotta change the title because I think I used that title more than once before. So exposing devils among in society. Anyways, I'll come up with something really cool to call this video, this live. So keep watching my videos, yo. I'm truth for real. So and I'm not talking religion here. Truth being God makes perfect sense because the truth knows everything. God knows everything. Think about it. Lies, that's what the devil represents. And not lie and lies are not, I'm not saying that lies are bad. Because you could use lies for good too. I'm normal and I could lie and still be good. You see what I mean? I could do bad and still be good. You see what I mean? So don't think that everything is just bad. Not like there is a division between good and bad. They use what they use bad. We use what we use for good. The side of positivity, freedom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you could be bad and still be good. You see what I mean? If you're good. Anyways, so keep watching my videos, spread the word. I'm Real Truth 97. That's my nickname on YouTube, on Facebook. My real name is Julio Romano. My birthday is on September 7th, 1980. That right there, those numbers should tell you that I'm the real messenger of truth here amongst you. September 7th, 1980.